Hey guys, Nick here again. So I just want to give you guys a little update on my CX Racing Turbo Kit. A couple problems that I did notice about the kit. I drove it home a couple days ago. The weather was nice here in Chicago. So I took it home. I got about a 45-minute commute. And I was literally ripping on this thing for about an hour. And I did notice a couple things that did end up going wrong with it. I do plan on taking this car to a few events, you know, in the summertime, and they're a little ways away, so I wanted to take it out and just beat the hell out of it, see if it was a little bit durable, you know, that way if I do take it somewhere, it doesn't break down on me. But knowing that the parts that I got is inexpensive and I knew they weren't going to last that long, but a couple of things that I did notice about the kit that's going bad is, one, I heard a weird noise coming from this area when it was under load. The bolts that come with the kit, I guess it got loose, so there was a huge gap over here by the blow-off valve, which is causing massive air leak. So I ended up putting a new gasket on and retorqued and put some Loctite on these bolts. Hopefully that'll help with that. Also, the piping that comes with the kit, like this piping over here, it doesn't really fit well. I mean, I've tried every angle, try to clamp on these clamps. This is like the best I could get it, and there's small leaks coming from here and here. So this pipe that they give with the intercooler piping, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't work. So I do gotta make a new pipe from here to here. That way it could eliminate some of those leaks. Other than that, the intercooler fit well. Another thing that I did notice when I popped the hood this morning is my turbo bolt ended up shearing off. I mean, these were all torqued down pretty well. And the bolt up top ended up breaking. As you guys could see, I have no idea how that happened. I don't know if it got too hot and it just broke off. So the bolts that come with the kit, I would highly recommend putting like grade A bolts, going to Home Depot and getting like grade A bolts or something like that and putting them on the turbo, because that's not good. Now I got an exhaust leak. And the third thing that I noticed when I came home is the turbo has shaft play. It's moving up and down, and which was causing like when it was on their boost, it would cause like a metal noise, and that's the fins right here. It's like hitting the turbo housing. You kind of see the groove on there. So yeah. So those are the three things that I noticed about this kit. I mean, like I said, I put about 1,000 miles on this car with the turbo kit. I haven't had any problems with, you know, the motor or anything like that. Just little things, you know, like the piping. Piping's not good. I gotta make a new piping. And also the bolts that come with the kit, I'll definitely upgrade all the bolts. Also the turbo is no good. Lasted me about maybe 1,000 miles. So I did call CX Racing. They were actually nice enough to send me another turbo, so I'm going to end up putting that on. Supposedly this one has better bearings on it. The only problem with this turbo kit is if you do want to go with a better turbo, the one that comes with the kit comes with a 2.5-inch piping, which sucks. But in order to make a better turbo fit, all the housings come with a 3-inch exhaust housing. So you gotta, in order to make the downpipe fit, you have to either cut the flange or make a new downpipe, and that's a pain in the ass. But so I'm gonna try the other turbo that they sent me and see if that one holds up. If not, I'm gonna end up upgrading to another one. I heard a lot of good reviews on the Borg Warner setup, so I'll probably try that one next after this one. I'm sure this other one won't last that long, but like I said, when I was driving it home the other day, I was literally ripping on this thing for about an hour, and I just wanted to test it out, see if see if it's somewhat reliable, because I do plan on taking it to events in spring, summertime. Also, this is that custom valve cover I made through the lighting assembly housings. And the only reason why I made this is because the wires that are all exposed here, my stock valve cover didn't fit, so this exhaust would get so hot it would kind of like touch the wires, which that piece right there is withstanding the heat pretty well. So yeah, I just want to give you guys an update on the CX Racing Turbo. If you guys do end up getting this turbo kit, upgrade the bolts, try out the turbo. Maybe I just had a bad batch of turbos or whatever, but it is an eBay turbo. I think they're all the same, but I'm going to try out the new turbo that they just sent me. I'm going to throw that on with new gaskets and everything. I do got new bolts already, so I'm not going to put the bolts that came with the turbo kit. And again, like I said, not all of you guys probably having this problem, but I had this problem happen to me, and I never seen a bolt literally break like that unless it was like torqued down too much. But other than that, a little update on the max speed rod coilovers too. The fronts are well. The rears, I do notice some looseness, and I believe the shocks on the rear coilovers for the max speed rods going bad. So yeah, the eBay coilovers, they're not lasting that long, and also the eBay turbo didn't last that long at all. So other than that, I'm happy with the turbo kit. It's just this little tedious stuff is annoying. So now I gotta take the turbo out again, put a new one on, and then I'm gonna fix that piping and see how it works. Other than that, I do have some plans for the car. I plan on overhauling the rear suspension. I'm gonna redo all the polyurethane bushings in the back. I mean, I do feel some sloppiness back here. I gotta get brand new wider tires, so I plan on selling these wheels. If anybody's interested, they're for sale. Drop me a message in my inbox. I'll give you a good deal on them. Tires are like brand new, but they're stock form size. They're pretty thin. Also, I'm planning on possibly stripping the interior. I don't really drive this car that much, so I plan on gutting taking out the rear seats, the front seats. Probably gonna leave the carpet in there. The seats are in great shape, as you guys can see, so I plan on selling these. If anybody's interested in them, drop me a PM, and I'll give you a good deal on those too. But other than that, that's a little update on the CX Racing Turbo Kit. If you guys do plan on buying the kit, like I said, get new bolts, and hopefully your turbo will last a little bit longer than mine. But I'm going to try out the new turbo that CX Racing gave me, and hopefully it'll last a little bit longer than this one did. But the car pulls great. I'm still happy with it. Just this little things I got to take care of, and it should be good. Everybody have a great Christmas.